Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. Doug is a children's comedy cartoon that follows the everyday life of Doug Funny as he gets caught up in wacky shenanigans or tries to win the heart of his crush Patty Mayonnaise. It's a very chilled out cartoon that's happened to grow me over time. There's a relatable charm to this average socially challenged kid with a bad luck streak just trying to live his life. I even have a guilty pleasure fondness for Disney's Doug movie that nobody seems to like.
Can Doug save the dance from the evil guys who are out to destroy the legendary monster of Lucky Doug Lake, thus ruining Doug's chances with Patty?
We gotta stop him!
All your questions will be answered in Doug's first movie!
However, as laid back as Doug can be, it's not without its dark episodes. I did a little digging to see which episodes fans consider to be the darkest, and one stood out the most to me. Doug's Christmas Story. In this episode, Doug and his friends are playing hockey together on the ice, when BB starts skating towards thin ice. Doug's dog, Porkchop, tries to stop her, but she ignores him. So, in a panic, he bites onto her leg and pulls her away to safety. Unfortunately, BB's overprotective and dog-hating father presses charges on Porkchop, and a judge will be deciding if the poor dog deserves to be put down. Now, a Christmas special is the last kind of episode you expect to be a cartoon's darkest hour. You tend to expect holiday specials to be uplifting and wholesome. Then again, some of the most iconic holiday specials are about characters facing working class struggles or contemplating the deep meaning of Christmas. So maybe it's not that weird that one of the most bleak Nickelodeon cartoon episodes is set at Crimbo. While everyone is getting on with their December routines, Doug is suffering the worst winter blues that a boy could ever ask for, as he laments over the fate of his best friend.
They can't really do that, can they? Put Porkchop away for good?
I wouldn't worry too much, son. This time of year, everybody's thinking about peace on Earth and goodwill toward dogs.
While Doug's parents are very happy to help out, every other adult figure is just rubbing salt in the wound. From BB's dad letting his biases cloud his judgment of the situation.
But, Mr. Bluff!
I'm sorry, it's no use, son. I just don't like dogs. They don't have any money. They don't even know what money is.
But that's no reason to take it out on Porkchop.
To the snivelling ex-mayor using this news story as a chance to promote his election chances.
Once again, thanks to me, your former mayor, the children of Bluffington are safe from this brutal train killing machine.
Even the mainstream media are misleading the public with exaggerated reports of the incident. You can't help but feel seriously angry at all of this injustice. Doug tries to get a petition going to defend Porkchop, but hardly anyone signs it, with most people either falling for the bad faith media or being too swept up in their own Christmases to care about whether a pet dog is put down. Won't someone show some damn compassion?
This is Christmas. It's no time for petitions and legal business. It's time for presents and cookies and strudel.
Even when Doug turns to his imaginary alter egos, they totally fail to lift his spirits, because their egos clash and they don't understand the seriousness of the situation. You expect a riveting Quailman fantasy or Chase Canyon daydream to boost Doug's confidence, but no, there's no luck. Doug can't even turn to his heroes for help.
Listen to me, there's no other choice. I know what I'm doing. Porkchop didn't do anything wrong. There's no other choice.
The way that the authorities treat Porkchop is really sad and disturbing too. I mean, it's quite unsettling seeing one of our favourite cartoon dogs in a tight muzzle while he loses any say in the accusations. But to make things worse, it's also revealed that Porkchop is being kept in a horrible cage specially designed for the worst dogs ever, even though his reputation has been fabricated through gossip and dishonesty.
All right, out you go.
No, I just wanna, please, Porkchop!
When the trial finally comes, the smell of despair is still pungent, because not only is it obvious that Mr. Bluff and the judge are good pals outside court, but you can also tell that Mr. Bluff's lawyer has encouraged hamming up BB's wounds, and she even cuts BB off from having her say.
Oh, but it sounds worse than it...
No further questions.
But it didn't hurt.
No further questions. You can step down now.
The whole trial is rotten to the gore, and we're left furious by all the corrupt unfairness.
Luckily, that gave me time to try to understand what Porkchop was trying to say. Go to sounds like rake? Lake? You want us to go to the lake, Porkchop?
There! Look at him now! Look how he's acting crazy! I tell you, the dog's a killer!
Huh?
Luckily, Doug rallies the community in favour of Porkchop, Then, the judge agrees to move the trial to the lake where the incident happened, and the truth is finally revealed. There's such a satisfying relief seeing the humans witness what we saw as an audience.
Baby!
Stop! It's thin ice!
Somebody help!
That's the thing, as disheartening and somber as this episode gets, it's still a Christmas special at the end of the day. And Doug's call to action in the courtroom really does embody the Christmas spirit of appreciating what others have done for you, so it's not like the Christmas setting was tacked on.
Mrs. Wirtz, when you went to Peakville to visit your Aunt Maxie, who babysat little Jimmy and Jeffy? Porkchop. And Mr. and Mrs. Larkin. When your house burned down, who was there the next morning with hammer and nails, and a big batch of cookies too? Porkchop.
It's just that traditional festive feeling we expect as being muddied by the tragedy of an unfair trial, and the mistreatment of an innocent dog. The cartoon sort of adopts the Don Bluth mentality of making audiences suffer through tension and sadness, so that the happy ending hits even harder. Doug's Christmas Story won't be everyone's go-to Xmas special, because it's a bit of an emotional downer for Christmas, but those after a bleak festive fable that ends on a high note will love it.
So Christmas Day, there was a fantastic dinner, like never before, right in the middle of town for all the dogs from the pound. Even the former mayor was there. He used his radio show to find homes for all the dogs.
So, which do you think is the darkest Doug episode? Let everyone know in the comments section below, and don't forget to click that like button. I've been Jambareeqi, feel free to subscribe. Cheerio, folks.